Good morning, this is Anne from Odulcina. This is the continuation of the last coffee break video. So before leaving my table yesterday, I created the other signature just to get the mess out of my table. And I had 2 ephemera pages printed, so I trimmed them, inked them, so they are ready to be used. That was the leftover from the ledger paper. So I'm thinking this will be the first signature. This is going to be the second. Let me show you what I've put there. This gorgeous paper, and that makes me think I want it to be this way because I want those lines at the top. So this is like a letter page. It's printed both sides. So here I need something, so maybe I can use that ledger leftover. Put that in between like that. And maybe I can just glue something here. Yeah, why not? Why not? Don't overthink the process. When you want to have fun, I just find we need to stop overthinking the process because we can always add more details. So I glued it just 2 sides so I can use it as a tuck spot. And I had printed those both sides, so that's great. I didn't recall. Okay, so we have this to start with. And maybe this receipt. This is from an original that I own. I scanned some. I could just staple it there. Yeah, I could do that. Just staple it. There's a bunch like that. So either I put them on different pages or I staple 2 together. Maybe. I think I want to staple them together. And on this side, yeah, I'll be able to hide that. I'll just use a paper clip for now because I don't know what I want to do yet. Okay, I'll put a paper clip. So we have some blue, some green, some brown, which is great. Here we have a pocket here. Maybe I can ink a little bit the sides. And in that pocket, maybe I'll be able to put that gorgeous lady. All right, she's gonna fit there eventually. And here I have some, there's those little papers. So those little papers are made to be used anywhere. A price to someone that doesn't, yeah. 75%. Okay, I won't use the numbers on the picture. Like, that one makes no sense. But what about I'm using a little paper here. Just gluing slightly to remind me that it's there, but I still have place to go back and slide a little lace or another paper because it's just drafting right now. This could be like that. It's missing something here. I'll need half of a paper. I'm going to trim that. And I'm going to use this paper, this ledger paper, to kind of fill here. folding it not exactly in the middle, so they don't have the same size when you look at them. A green here, so maybe this should go here with something. There's another one. Okay, these will be perfect. I'll just put a paper clip, and when I'll be decorating, I won't forget to use them. This is cute. It's just modeling paste on an old book page. So this can stay like that for now. And this page is the page that I glued together yesterday. So it's very, very sturdy. So it's going to be perfect for the middle. So for now, this is what we have for the second. And it's going to look like this. So maybe I could add tapes here and there. I should not forget to add tapes. Let's say here, for example. Okay, there's a small one here. Sometimes it's a little challenge to get them out, to unstick them. That's why you need like a cereal bag or an acetate or something plastic that will help you to get them. But these are a couple of years old, so I guess it's normal that they're giving me trouble. Okay, so I'll go with this. Look at that. If I just glue it like that here. And hopefully I don't mess up. I just want to put it back together. Just not sure how it goes. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe that was... I'm giving myself a lot of trouble right now for just a little piece of tape. I should have just get another one. I think it's that. And well, it gives character. Look at that. It's okay, right? Oh yeah, it's okay. Okay, so what I did is I added a little bit of character to my page by just using a faux tape, that we say. Isn't it cool? Maybe I can put another one somewhere. Right here. I can use, I've used some masking tape too with the alcohol ink. It's a different look. And I can go like this. Okay, and I'm gonna build on that. Definitively. So this purse will have like a 2 signature, or I do 2 purses. I think I should do 2 purses. Yeah, I think I should do 2 purses. And I need something very special here. So I'm gonna use maybe a trio card or something to decorate when the purse will be done. Okay, let's start by doing the purse today. I have an envelope. It's a 9 by 12 inches size, and I coffee stained it with a small doily and kind of a grid doily. And the print is not as good as I wanted, but I don't mind because I'm gonna cover it all with fabric. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on that first. How it's gonna work is I'm gonna fold it, not necessarily going up to the full size. So, but I want to do kind of a little signature here. I need to fold a little bit past the line here. The first fold is a little bit past. And then the second fold, which is going to be like maybe a little bit less than half an inch. You decide, right? It's going to be lower than the fold, which is perfect because you use that flap to close the purse. So if I go low like that, let me see which kind of it gave me 1/8 of an inch, and I think that is perfect for just one signature. I don't want it to be too bulky, but I could have go a little bit lower here and have maybe a bigger signature. Let me see. Like this. You see the two folds? We have an 8, but it's for you to decide, right? But at least we're gonna have some sort of a spine to give more room inside the purse. There you go. Now, this flap is not that long, so I'm gonna make it longer because anyway, I'm gonna cover it. So I'm gonna make it longer so it falls a little bit more, maybe of 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna grab a paper. Okay, let's grab a coffee stain paper. And what I'm gonna do is really I'm gonna create a fold like that. I can trim it. It's gonna be all covered, don't worry. But if I have this fold like that, and I come here, how does it look like? It's better, eh? I can maybe bring it up to the edge there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So first I'm gonna start with the glue here. I could have picked like a not a cardboard, but a 67 pounds paper or 80 pounds paper, but I think it doesn't really matter. The envelope is not that thick. That paper is not that thick, so I think I can match. Okay, and now I'm gonna put some glue here. And I can keep it like that, or I can trim however I want it, kind of following the initial curve. I think it's going to be like that. Okay, so we now have the structure of the journal. And I think I should make it, I should have done the spine a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna refold it a little bit bigger. Yeah. There's no mistakes. So this way, when we have the spine like that, okay, it fits better here. All right, now I'm gonna look at my fabric, my doilies and everything to cover this. I'll get back. Look what I have. These are quilt pieces from my mother-in-law that I found in her house. She passed away 5 years ago. And she has that gorgeous fabric. Look at that. And I have a stash. And I think the size matches. Let me see. Yeah, I can cover. Oh, this is a good size. Side. Can I do something? Oh, look at that. The flower here just falls perfectly. That could look something like that. Oh my goodness. See, I have this fabric since at least 4 years now. Never played with it. And now it's kind of perfect, but it would have been great with any other kind of fabric. So what I'm going to try to do, because we want to create a junk journal here, we want to keep the envelope, but I can do a sewing all around. This will not impact any of that. So I think I'm gonna do some sewing to get the fabric and then glue some laces and more stuff there. So now I need, before I go further, let me show you the purse. I might want some a hand there, so I need to do some sewing of or gluing of ribbon, sari silk or something, a lace. I want to decide my closure, if it's a Velcro or if it's a snap or if it's a magnet. I love the magnets. These are very strong. I'm going to put the link on Amazon for those in the description box. They are very strong. So I can, and even the glue there is, I usually just use that glue and it works great. So I'm going to place it here first. And I'm going to cover with the fabric and whatever else I have in my decoration. So I'll go in the middle. Maybe I should measure. I typically eyeball, but I don't know this time. 7, so I need to be around 3.5, like that. You need to be close to the edge. So this way, and how to make it work, you put the two, one on top of the other, you peel off the sticker, and you close it. Then you press hard, and then look at that. Okay, off camera, I removed the magnet. Look at that. It needs to go here, not there. How can I do such mistakes? So, I removed it. I'm going to have to cover this See, there's no mistakes. We can always fix. Okay, the magnet is there. I'm gonna put more the glue. Which glue is the best? I think I'm gonna mimic those the glue that was there already, which is that kind of double side tape, the good quality. Okay, start over again. I need to make sure that my spine is there. Who doesn't do any mistakes, eh? Okay, it is there. I'm gonna cover it. It's gonna help it to hold because now I don't have the original glue, but it's gonna be covered. So I'm gonna reinforce it right away. I have little scrap pieces of paper, and I'll just pour some glue. I'll take the fabric tack. I'll put enough glue, let it dry, and then when I'll cover it again, it's gonna be very, very sturdy. So I'll just put it like that. Glue that, let it sit there. And anyway, I'm gluing something there, some fabric somehow that will be glued. And same here, I'm gonna cover this with probably a piece of paper that goes a little bit inside the pocket. And or it could be just a belly band, but anyway, whatever I'm gonna put there on top will hide this paper that I'm adding there, which is only to make it very sturdy because I messed around. Double protection. All right. Here you go. Okay, all fixed. Nobody knows. Now we can just, and we don't fight with the possibility that the magnets are not staying glued to the page, to the paper. Okay, I'm gonna need to work on that cover. Figuring out what I want. I need more options. I'm back in a few seconds. I found this and I'm like, wow, what if I could do something like this? Like if it's a tricot, is the word? Tricot purse. But that's kind of too much. So I thought I could just do the flap like that and put a little bit of fabric, pink fabric, behind, just to, so the holes are not too beige, you know, if I compare. That makes a difference, right? Beige compared to pink. So I can put that. And then I have that perfect piece of fabric from my mother-in-law. And look how gorgeous it is. So I could, bringing up to here, and cover at the back let's say something like that, something like that. And then if I fold, oh, it comes even to, it covers it totally, so I can just do that, something like that. Oh boy, I love the folds there. Just created some folds with it, and it gives some dimension. You probably don't see well, but I think I'm gonna stitch that with folds just to give it some dimension. And even with that, look, the magnets are very strong, so they hold well even if you put some fabric. Of course, you cannot put like 7 layers of fabric, but how about something like that? And then I can keep decorating more if I want. I can put that one lower. I can decide, as long as I follow a line, I guess. Is it hard to follow me? But anyway, what I'm gonna do, it's not a tutorial. I'm gonna play with that this morning and show you where I am in a couple of minutes. I did it. Look at that. It's a polka dot sari silk that matches. I added this vintage trim, this Crafty Me Shop Joel, I don't know how you call that. And then we have the fabric, and it looks like that at the back. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm in love. Now, when we open, I made sure I've put the signature, but it's not sewn in. It was just to see if it would still fit. Let me just go. And so I still need to cover this part and attach the signature. But so inside, I've glued the fabric with hot glue and added some glue on the sides here so it holds. Created some folds, glued that. Here, there's a little like 1-inch piece that just glues at the front and connects with the biggest sari silk that is glued this to there. So this is one piece, and on this side it's just like an inch piece that kind of is glued with the other one. So it makes a good connection. So now the only thing I want to do for this video today is, when I did the glue, I didn't wait enough and it showed through the fabric, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna hide it by adding a little tiny piece of fabric. So I have this striped fabric. This is my Odulcina fabric, and the pink is perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just do a little square or rectangle. I'll try a square if it looks great. And I'll just glue it there. Guess it's even still too big. I like the idea that it gives kind of a little design. When I trim with my scissors, I kind of damage it with my fingers to kind of make it get the threads out. All right. What about, I don't want to hide the flowers there. That's why I need a small piece. And I want to make sure that it looks like it's centered. Does it look good? It looks good. So I'm gonna put some glue, not too much on top of the magnet, because I don't want to lose some effectiveness. So maybe I should have used the fabric tag glue or art glitter. But does it still works? Yes, still works. So now if I remove all of the fibers there. Okay, so now look at that. And when we open, we have this tiny piece. See, that's the proof that there's never a mistake that you cannot fix. And sometimes it looks better after that. I love it. So enough for today. I mean, this was not a 5-minute creation. So I'll stop for today, and tomorrow what I can do is maybe decorate the inside and attach the signature. Have a great day. Bye bye.